What if the ancient tales of gods and kings were more than just myths? Imagine a world where the stories passed down through generations hold secrets that could reshape our understanding of history. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of Sumerian mythology, uncovering 30 hidden truths that have remained veiled for centuries. From the origins of writing to the celestial alignments of ziggurats, each secret reveals a new layer of intrigue. By the end of this video, you'll see how these ancient narratives not only shaped their world but also echo through ours. Stay with us as we unravel mysteries that have waited thousands of years to be discovered. Let's begin by uncovering one of humanity's greatest breakthroughs, the invention of writing, pioneered by the Sumerians. In ancient Mesopotamia, around 5,000 years ago, a revolutionary system emerged known as cuneiform. At first glance, it might seem like mere scratches on clay tablets, but these wedge-shaped marks were the foundation of recorded history. The Sumerians didn't create writing just for storytelling. They used it as a practical tool to manage trade, agriculture, and administration. Over time, however, its purpose expanded, allowing them to immortalize their myths, prayers, and epic tales. Cuneiform wasn't static, it evolved over millennia. Initially, it started with simple pictographs representing objects or ideas. But as society grew more complex, so did the writing system. Symbols became abstract, capable of conveying entire concepts, not just tangible things. This evolution enabled the Sumerians to document everything from administrative records to profound religious texts. For instance, the Enuma Elish, an early creation myth, was meticulously recorded using this groundbreaking script. But why does this matter today? Cuneiform wasn't just about keeping accounts or listing goods. It gave voice to spiritual beliefs, preserving stories of gods, heroes, and cosmic battles. These writings weren't merely historical, they shaped culture and identity. They allowed knowledge to transcend generations, creating a shared heritage that tied communities together. Moreover, cuneiform inspired other civilizations, spreading across regions and influencing later scripts like Egyptian hieroglyphs. As we marvel at the sophistication of modern communication tools, let's remember where it all began with the humble beginnings of cuneiform in the fertile plains of Sumer. Now, as we continue our journey through these secrets, consider how such innovations laid the groundwork for everything we take for granted today. Next, we'll explore another fascinating aspect, the dual nature of Enki, the god who created humanity yet thrived on mischief. Stay tuned, shifting our focus from the origins of writing. Let's delve into the intriguing world of Sumerian deities and explore one of their most enigmatic figures, Enki, the god whose hands shaped humanity but also brought a touch of mischief to the cosmic stage. Enki was no ordinary deity. He stood at the crossroads of creation and chaos, embodying both wisdom and wit in equal measure. As the creator, Enki played a pivotal role in shaping human destiny. According to ancient texts, when the gods grew weary of labor, Enki devised a solution by crafting humans from clay, mixing it with the blood of a slain divine being. This act gave rise to humanity, relieving the gods of their burdens while setting the stage for a new chapter in existence. Yet, Enki's creative genius did not stop there. He infused humans with qualities that would allow them to thrive, making them adaptable and resourceful beings capable of surviving the challenges of an ever-changing world. But Enki was more than just a benevolent architect. He had a playful side that often led him into trouble. Stories abound of his mischievous antics, such as seducing Ninhursag, the earth goddess, or meddling in the affairs of other gods. One famous tale recounts how Enki stole sacred powers known as Mi from Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth. These Mi, representing everything from kingship to prostitution, were meant to remain safely guarded. However, Enki's cunning nature got the better of him, leading to unexpected consequences that rippled through the cosmos. Ancient depictions of Enki reveal much about his character. Often portrayed as a bearded figure surrounded by flowing water, symbolizing fertility and life, he is sometimes shown accompanied by fish-like creatures called apkallu. These beings served as intermediaries between the divine and mortal realms, reflecting Enki's dual role as both protector and provocateur. His association with water further underscores his connection to creation, renewal, and transformation. Interpreting Enki's actions requires understanding the cultural context of Sumerian society. For the Sumerians, duality was a fundamental aspect of reality. Light coexisted with darkness, order balanced chaos, and even their gods embodied contradictions. Enki's dual nature mirrored this worldview, teaching humanity valuable lessons about adaptability, humility, and the importance of embracing complexity. As we reflect on Enki's story, we see how his legacy continues to resonate today. His tales remind us that creation is rarely straightforward. It involves trial and error, innovation and rebellion, all woven together into a rich tapestry of existence. With this newfound appreciation for Enki's multifaceted personality, let's now uncover another hidden gem, the forgotten goddesses who once held sway over Sumerian hearts and minds. Moving beyond the multifaceted world of Enki, let us now turn our attention to two remarkable yet often overlooked figures in Sumerian mythology, Nanshe and Shala. These forgotten goddesses played vital roles in ancient Mesopotamian life, but have since faded into the background compared to their more celebrated counterparts like Inanna or Ishtar. First, we encounter Nanshe, the daughter of Enki and a deity associated with social justice, prophecy, and divination. Often referred to as the Lady of the Wide Open Spaces, Nanshe was revered for her ability to provide guidance through dreams and visions. She served as a protector of widows, orphans, and those in need, ensuring fairness and equality within society. Archaeological evidence reveals that temples dedicated to Nanshe were centers of learning and healing, where individuals sought wisdom and clarity about their futures. Her unique power lay not only in interpreting omens but also in fostering community bonds, emphasizing compassion and empathy in a world often dominated by strength and conquest. Next, we meet Shala, another underappreciated goddess linked closely with agriculture and nourishment. As the deity of grain and granaries, Shala ensured bountiful harvests and protected stored food supplies from harm. Beyond her agricultural duties, she symbolized abundance and prosperity, embodying the nurturing qualities essential for sustaining life. Inscriptions found at sites such as and Yoruk highlight rituals performed in her honor during planting and harvest seasons, underscoring her importance in daily Sumerian life. Despite her significance, Shala's prominence diminished over time as other deities gained greater recognition in later periods. Why did these powerful goddesses become overshadowed? One reason lies in the shifting focus of Sumerian culture toward militaristic and political achievements, which elevated gods tied to kingship and warfare. Additionally, male-dominated narratives gradually marginalized female deities, relegating them to secondary roles despite their original prominence. Modern archaeological discoveries continue to shed light on their true significance, revealing artifacts and inscriptions that celebrate their contributions to Sumerian society. Understanding the stories of Nanshe and Shala enriches our perspective on the complexities of Sumerian religion and its evolving priorities. Their legacies remind us of the enduring value of justice, care, and sustenance qualities that remain relevant even today. With this deeper appreciation, let's now explore the towering structures that once connected heaven and earth, the enigmatic ziggurats. Shifting our focus from the forgotten goddesses, we now delve into the awe-inspiring structures that dominated the Sumerian skyline, the ziggurats. These massive step towers were not just architectural marvels but profound spiritual centers where heaven and earth were believed to meet. Rising majestically above the flat Mesopotamian plains, ziggurats symbolized humanity's aspirations to connect with the divine. At their core, ziggurats served as temples dedicated to specific deities, functioning as sacred spaces for worship and offerings. However, their significance extended far beyond mere religious purposes. They were seen as cosmic bridges linking the earthly realm to the heavens. Priests and devotees climbed their terraced levels, each step bringing them closer to the gods. This ascent was both physical and metaphorical, representing a journey toward enlightenment and divine favor. Modern archaeologists have uncovered fascinating theories about the ziggurats' alignment with celestial bodies. Some researchers suggest these structures were carefully positioned to mirror constellations or track astronomical events such as solstices and equinoxes. Such alignments may have played a role in agricultural calendars, helping farmers determine optimal planting and harvesting times. Others propose that secret rituals took place within their inner chambers, hidden from public view. These ceremonies might have involved sacred marriages between kings and priestesses, reinforcing the ruler's divine right to govern. The construction of ziggurats required immense effort and resources, reflecting the society's collective devotion and technological prowess. Built using sun-dried bricks, they were often coated with glazed tiles in vibrant colors, making them shine like jewels under the desert sun. Despite their grandeur, only ruins remain today, yet these remnants continue to inspire wonder and curiosity about the mystical practices once performed within their walls. Understanding the true nature of ziggurats deepens our appreciation for Sumerian ingenuity and spirituality. As we explore further, let's uncover the layers of meaning embedded in one of history's most iconic architectural achievements. Moving beyond the mysteries of ziggurats, we now turn our attention to one of the most enduring literary treasures from ancient Sumer, the Epic of Gilgamesh. While many are familiar with the overarching narrative of this timeless tale, there are lesser-known layers of symbolism and meaning that continue to resonate with modern audiences. Let's uncover these hidden dimensions and explore how they speak to universal truths still relevant today. At its heart, the Epic of Gilgamesh is more than just an adventure story. It's a profound exploration of what it means to be human. Take, for example, the character of Enkidu, created by the gods as a wild man to counterbalance Gilgamesh's arrogance. Their eventual friendship symbolizes the transformative power of companionship and mutual respect. When Enkidu dies, Gilgamesh embarks on a quest for immortality, driven by grief and fear of death. This journey can be seen as an allegory for humanity's eternal struggle against mortality and the search for meaning in life. Another intriguing aspect lies in the role of nature throughout the epic. The cedar forest where Humbaba guards his domain represents both chaos and sacred order. Its destruction at the hands of Gilgamesh and Enkidu serves as a cautionary tale about humanity's relationship with the environment, a message that feels increasingly urgent in our modern world. Symbolism also extends to the gods themselves. Ishtar's advances toward Gilgamesh highlight themes of unchecked desire and divine intervention in human affairs. Her rejection leads to dire consequences, illustrating the dangers of hubris and the unpredictable nature of fate. Meanwhile, Utnapishtim, who survives the Great Flood, embodies survival and wisdom gained through hardship, offering lessons about resilience and adaptation. For contemporary readers, the Epic of Gilgamesh invites reflection on timeless questions. What defines heroism? How do we confront loss and impermanence? And what legacy do we leave behind? By revisiting these obscure yet significant elements, we gain fresh insights into this ancient masterpiece and perhaps discover new answers within ourselves. As we continue our journey through Sumerian mythology, let's keep these symbolic threads in mind, weaving them into our broader understanding of this fascinating civilization. The Tablet of Destinies, unlocking the secrets of power and fate, transitioning from the profound symbolism within the Epic of Gilgamesh. We now delve into another cornerstone of Sumerian mythology, the legendary Tablet of Destinies. This enigmatic artifact holds immense power, controlling the fates of gods and mortals alike, making it a central object in many ancient tales. Imagine a single object capable of dictating the course of destiny itself. This is the essence of the Tablet of Destinies. In mythological narratives, the tablet was believed to reside with Enlil, the chief deity of the Sumerian pantheon, symbolizing his authority over the cosmos. However, its possession became a coveted prize among the gods, leading to fierce conflicts. One notable story involves the storm bird Anzu, who stole the tablet in an act of defiance against divine order. This theft plunged the heavens into chaos, emphasizing the tablet's significance as a source of power and control. Beyond its mythological role, scholars have speculated that the Tablet of Destinies might have been inspired by real-world artifacts. Archaeological discoveries suggest that clay tablets inscribed with cuneiform writings could have served as symbolic representations of governance or legal decrees. These tablets were often treated with reverence, akin to how the mythical tablet was regarded in legends. For instance, some tablets discovered in ancient Mesopotamia contain detailed records of treaties, laws, and even predictions, reflecting their importance in shaping societal structures. The concept of a physical embodiment of fate resonates deeply with human fears and aspirations. It raises questions about free will versus predestination, a theme still debated today. By exploring the Tablet of Destinies, we gain insight not only into the beliefs of ancient civilizations, but also into universal concerns about power, justice, and the mysteries of existence. As we continue unraveling these secrets, let us ponder how such myths influenced both their creators and modern interpretations of reality. This brings us closer to understanding why objects like the Tablet of Destinies held such sway over imagination and belief systems, setting the stage for further revelations about Sumerian cosmology and its lasting impact on humanity's collective consciousness. Real-life inspiration, uncovering the roots of the Tablet of Destinies as we dive deeper into the mysteries surrounding the Tablet of Destinies. Let's shift our focus to the real-world artifacts that might have inspired this legendary object. Archaeological discoveries across Mesopotamia reveal a wealth of clay tablets and inscriptions that could serve as tangible links between myth and reality. These ancient relics often mirrored the functions attributed to the mythical tablet, providing insights into how such an idea might have taken root in Sumerian culture. One fascinating example is the discovery of administrative tablets dating back thousands of years. These tablets contain detailed records of trade, legal agreements, and even predictions about celestial events. In Sumerian society, these documents held immense authority, much like the Tablet of Destinies did in mythology. They were seen as tools for organizing and governing life, reflecting the belief that written words carried power. Imagine a king or priest holding one of these tablets, its contents dictating the fate of entire communities. This parallel to the mythological artifact becomes strikingly clear. Another intriguing possibility lies in the concept of sacred objects used during rituals. Some archaeological findings suggest the existence of ceremonial tablets or plaques adorned with symbols representing divine will or cosmic order. These items may have been treated with reverence, symbolizing the connection between earthly rulers and the gods above. For instance, certain tablets discovered near temple complexes bear markings indicating they were part of religious ceremonies, underscoring their importance as conduits of divine authority. Moreover, the emphasis on record-keeping in Sumerian civilization provides another clue. The meticulous documentation of everything from grain distribution to royal decrees reflects a deep cultural value placed on preserving knowledge and ensuring accountability. This practice aligns closely with the idea of a single object encapsulating all destinies, an ultimate repository of truth and governance. By examining these historical artifacts, we uncover how the myths of ancient Sumerians likely grew out of practical realities. The interplay between imagination and experience created enduring stories that continue to captivate us today. As we move forward, understanding these connections enriches our appreciation of both their world and ours. Let's spread our wings and soar into the realm of Sumerian mythology with Anzu, the fearsome storm bird whose tale sends shivers down the spines of both ancient scribes and modern enthusiasts alike. Imagine a creature so powerful that it could challenge even the gods themselves. This is Anzu, the divine bird who plays a pivotal role in one of the most dramatic episodes of Sumerian cosmology. Anzu, often depicted as a massive bird with the head of a lion or sometimes a human face, was no ordinary mythical beast. This colossal figure embodied the raw forces of nature, symbolizing storms, wind, and chaos. In the myth, Anzu famously dared to steal the Tablets of Destiny from Enlil, the chief god of the Sumerian pantheon. These tablets were believed to hold the power to determine the fates of all living beings and the very structure of the universe itself. By seizing them, Anzu not only disrupted the cosmic order but also declared war on the divine hierarchy, throwing the heavens into turmoil. The implications of this act ripple through the fabric of Sumerian belief systems. For starters, it highlights the precarious balance between order and chaos in their worldview. The theft of the tablets represented an existential threat to the established order, forcing the gods to unite and devise a plan to reclaim what was stolen. This struggle underscores the constant tension between creation and destruction, authority and rebellion, a theme that resonates deeply across many mythologies. Moreover, Anzu's story sheds light on how Sumerians viewed divine power and its distribution. The idea that such a formidable entity could challenge the gods suggests a complex understanding of divinity, one where even celestial beings faced limitations and vulnerabilities. It also raises questions about justice and morality within the pantheon. How should the gods respond to such audacity? Should they show mercy, or must they enforce absolute dominance? Ultimately, Anzu serves as a reminder of the unpredictable forces at play in the universe, forces that cannot always be tamed or controlled. His legend teaches us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, there exists room for defiance and transformation. As we delve further into this thrilling narrative, we'll uncover how the gods eventually managed to subdue Anzu and restore balance, but not without learning valuable lessons along the way. Stay tuned as we explore the next layers of this captivating tale. Shifting our focus from the stormy skies of Anzu's domain, let us now descend into the sacred rituals that bridge the divine and mortal realms, the sacred marriage rites of ancient Sumer. These ceremonies were not merely symbolic unions but deeply intertwined with both political and religious life, shaping the fabric of Sumerian society in profound ways. The sacred marriage, known as hieros gamos, was a ritualized union between a king or high priest and a goddess, often represented by a priestess. This act symbolized the joining of divine authority with earthly governance, legitimizing the ruler's power through a connection to the gods. In essence, it served as a powerful tool for reinforcing the king's legitimacy and securing his position at the heart of the community. By marrying a goddess, the king demonstrated his ability to mediate between the heavens and the earth, ensuring prosperity, fertility, and protection for his people. Religiously, these rites celebrated the cycles of nature and the renewal of life. They were performed during festivals dedicated to fertility and abundance, reflecting the belief that the union of deities brought forth blessings for crops, livestock, and human reproduction. For instance, the marriage of Inanna, the goddess of love and war, with Dumuzi, her shepherd consort, was a central theme in many such ceremonies. Through reenactments of their mythic union, participants hoped to invoke similar blessings upon their own lives and land. Politically, the sacred marriage rites also functioned as instruments of control and alliance building. Kings who participated in these rituals reinforced their status as chosen representatives of the gods, using this divine endorsement to consolidate power. Furthermore, these ceremonies often involved alliances with neighboring cities or tribes, where intermarriage between royal families mirrored the celestial unions being celebrated. Such arrangements strengthened diplomatic ties while underscoring the shared reverence for the gods. On a broader societal level, the sacred marriage rites reflected the hierarchical structure of Sumerian civilization. Just as the gods ruled over humanity, so too did the king rule over his subjects, with the divine sanction provided by these rituals lending weight to his authority. This duality of spiritual and temporal power influenced everything from legal systems to social hierarchies, embedding the idea that order came from above both in heaven and on earth. As we explore further, you'll discover how these ancient traditions continued to echo through history, influencing cultures far beyond Mesopotamia. But first, let's delve deeper into another fascinating aspect of Sumerian mythology: the enigmatic queen of the underworld, Ereshkigal. Venturing now into the shadowy depths of the underworld, we encounter Ereshkigal, the enigmatic queen who ruled over this grim realm with an authority as unyielding as the earth itself. Often overshadowed by her more celebrated sister, Inanna, Ereshkigal nonetheless holds a pivotal place in Sumerian mythology, embodying not only death and decay but also resilience and transformation. Her domain was not merely a place of eternal darkness but a complex world reflecting the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Ereshkigal's character is richly nuanced, far from the one-dimensional figure she might initially appear to be. Literary sources depict her as both stern and compassionate, capable of meting out harsh justice yet also showing moments of mercy. In the epic Inanna's Descent to the Underworld, for instance, Ereshkigal's wrath at her sister's intrusion into her domain is palpable. Yet when Inanna ultimately redeems herself through sacrifice, Ereshkigal displays a surprising capacity for empathy and understanding. This duality makes her one of the most intriguing figures in Sumerian lore. Archaeological evidence further enriches our understanding of Ereshkigal's role. Clay tablets unearthed from ancient sites reveal prayers and rituals dedicated to her, often seeking protection or guidance during times of personal crisis. These artifacts suggest that Ereshkigal was not feared solely as a bringer of death, but revered as a guardian of the soul's journey beyond life. Her connection to the afterlife extended beyond mere punishment. She represented the final stage of existence where all souls were judged and given their due. Moreover, Ereshkigal's relationships with other deities highlight her significance within the pantheon. While her rivalry with Inanna dominates many myths, she also maintained alliances with gods like Nergal, the lord of war and plague, whose eventual marriage to her symbolizes a union of opposing forces: life and death, chaos and order. Such narratives underscore the interconnectedness of the divine world and humanity's place within it. Understanding Ereshkigal requires delving into these layers of meaning, appreciating her complexity as both a deity and a metaphor for life's inevitable transitions. As we continue our exploration, you'll see how her influence extends even into modern interpretations, proving that the mysteries of the underworld still resonate today. But first, let's uncover what archaeological findings tell us about her lasting legacy. Shifting now to the enduring legacy of Ereshkigal, we find her influence resonating through the corridors of modern literature and pop culture. Her complex character, rich with layers of authority, empathy, and transformation, has inspired countless creators worldwide. From novels and films to video games and graphic novels, Ereshkigal's presence continues to captivate audiences in unexpected ways. In contemporary literature, authors often reinterpret Ereshkigal as a symbol of empowerment and resilience. For example, she appears in Neil Gaiman's works, where her role as Queen of the Underworld takes on new dimensions, reflecting themes of personal growth and overcoming adversity. Similarly, in feminist retellings of ancient myths, Ereshkigal is celebrated not just as a ruler of death, but as a figure who embodies the strength found in vulnerability and the courage to confront life's inevitable challenges. Pop culture also embraces her multifaceted nature. In video games like Assassin's Creed Origins, Ereshkigal's domain serves as a metaphorical battleground for players navigating themes of mortality and redemption. Meanwhile, television series such as Supernatural portray her as both antagonist and reluctant ally, highlighting her duality as a deity capable of compassion despite her fearsome reputation. These adaptations emphasize her relevance in today's world, where characters who defy simple categorization resonate deeply with audiences seeking complexity and authenticity. Moreover, Ereshkigal's influence extends into music and art, where artists draw inspiration from her connection to the afterlife and the soul's journey. Songs and paintings frequently depict her as a guide through life's transitions, offering comfort and wisdom in times of uncertainty. This portrayal aligns with archaeological findings that reveal her role as a protector rather than merely a harbinger of doom. As we explore these modern interpretations, it becomes clear that Ereshkigal remains a powerful muse for creators across mediums. Her story transcends time, reminding us of the universal truths about life, death, and the transformative power of embracing our inner complexities. Whether through fiction or visual media, her legacy lives on, inspiring new generations to see themselves reflected in her timeless tale. Moving forward, let's delve into another fascinating aspect of Sumerian mythology, how early astrology shaped their understanding of the cosmos. Turning our gaze now to the celestial realms, we uncover another remarkable facet of Sumerian culture, their pioneering contributions to astrology. Long before modern horoscopes graced newspaper pages or smartphone apps, the Sumerians looked to the stars for guidance and meaning, creating one of humanity's earliest systems of astrology. This practice was deeply intertwined with their mythology and daily lives, reflecting their belief that the heavens held secrets about fate, destiny, and the rhythms of existence. The Sumerians were among the first civilizations to systematically observe and document the night sky. They identified constellations, many of which they named after mythological figures from their pantheon. For instance, the constellation we know today as Orion was linked to Gilgamesh, the legendary hero king whose epic adventures resonated across generations. Similarly, other star patterns represented gods like Inanna, goddess of love and war, and Enlil, lord of the wind and storms. By connecting these celestial bodies to their deities, the Sumerians wove a cosmic tapestry that explained natural phenomena and provided moral lessons through storytelling. Astrology in Sumerian society extended far beyond mere fascination with the stars. It served practical purposes too. Priests and scholars used observations of planetary movements and lunar phases to predict seasonal changes, aiding agriculture and navigation. But perhaps more intriguingly, they employed astrology as a tool for divination, seeking answers to life's most pressing questions. Would crops flourish this year? Was an impending battle destined for victory? The alignment of planets and stars offered clues, interpreted by trained seers who believed the heavens revealed divine will. Moreover, the Sumerians developed a sophisticated understanding of timekeeping based on their astronomical knowledge. Their calendar system, divided into months determined by lunar cycles, remained influential long after their civilization faded. This connection between earthbound concerns and celestial events underscored their worldview, a harmonious interplay between humanity and the cosmos. As we marvel at the ingenuity of these ancient stargazers, it becomes evident that Mesopotamian astrology laid the groundwork for later traditions influencing cultures across millennia. It reminds us how humans have always sought meaning in the vastness above, finding both wonder and wisdom in the eternal dance of the stars. With this foundation set, let us now explore another pivotal aspect of Sumerian beliefs, the wrathful side of Enlil, a deity whose power shaped not only his people but also their moral compass. Enlil's wrath, a deeper look at justice and punishment in Sumerian society, shifting our focus from the heavens to the earthly realm. We delve into the darker aspects of Enlil, one of the most powerful gods in the Sumerian pantheon. Known as the Lord of Wind, Storms, and Air, Enlil was revered for his authority and influence over both nature and humanity. Yet beneath this grandeur lay a stern and often wrathful deity whose actions reveal much about morality and justice in ancient Mesopotamia. One of the most striking examples of Enlil's severe punishments can be found in the myth of the flood. According to Sumerian texts, it was Enlil who decided to unleash a catastrophic deluge upon humankind due to their excessive noise and chaos, which disturbed the divine order. While this act might seem harsh, it reflects a deeper belief in the importance of balance and harmony within creation. The flood story serves not only as a cautionary tale, but also as an illustration of how divine intervention could restore cosmic equilibrium when humans strayed too far from their prescribed roles. Beyond the flood narrative, there are other instances where Enlil meted out punishment with unyielding severity. In one legend, he banished the goddess Ninhursag after she defied his commands, demonstrating that even deities were subject to his judgment. These stories emphasize the hierarchical structure of Sumerian theology, where obedience to higher powers, whether divine or earthly, was paramount. Analyzing these acts through the lens of Sumerian society reveals fascinating insights into their understanding of justice. Unlike modern concepts of fairness, Sumerians viewed punishment as a necessary tool to uphold order and respect for authority. Enlil's actions, though extreme, were seen as justifiable means to maintain the delicate relationship between gods and mortals. His wrath acted as a deterrent against disobedience while reinforcing the idea that power must be respected and obeyed. Interestingly, Enlil's role as both creator and destroyer highlights the complexity of Sumerian moral philosophy. Rather than being purely vengeful, his punishments often carried lessons meant to guide future behavior. This dual nature underscores the nuanced worldview held by the people of Mesopotamia, who understood that life itself existed in tension between creation and destruction, order and chaos. As we reflect on Enlil's darker side, it becomes clear that his actions were more than mere displays of power. They were integral components of a broader system of beliefs surrounding governance, morality, and the interconnectedness of all beings under the watchful eyes of the gods. With this perspective in mind, let us now turn our attention to another compelling figure in Sumerian mythology, the Earth Mother goddess Ninhursag and her profound impact on fertility rites across the region. Transitioning from Enlil's role in maintaining cosmic order, we now explore one of the most captivating parallels in ancient mythology, the Sumerian flood story and its connection to the biblical tale of Noah. Both narratives revolve around a catastrophic deluge sent by divine forces to cleanse the earth of human corruption. Yet their differences reveal distinct cultural perspectives on morality, faith, and humanity's relationship with the gods. The Sumerian version of the flood myth is found in the Epic of Ziggurats and later in the more famous Epic of Gilgamesh. In these texts, it was Enlil who initiated the flood as punishment for humanity's excessive noise and chaos which disturbed the heavens. However, another god, Enki, played a crucial role by warning a mortal named Utnapishtim or Ziggurats in earlier versions to build an ark and save his family along with pairs of animals. This act of mercy by Enki contrasts sharply with Enlil's strict judgment, showcasing the complex interplay of compassion and authority within the Sumerian pantheon. When comparing this account to the biblical story of Noah, several key similarities emerge. Both tales involve a chosen individual constructing a vessel to survive a global flood, preserving life through divine intervention. Additionally, both stories emphasize the importance of obedience to divine commands, reinforcing the idea that survival depends on adhering to higher powers' will. However, significant differences also exist. Unlike the biblical narrative where God alone decides the fate of humanity, the Sumerian myth highlights internal conflicts among the gods themselves. Furthermore, while the Bible portrays the flood as a means of purging sin, the Sumerian version focuses more on restoring balance disrupted by human overpopulation and noise. These distinctions reflect varying views on justice. The Hebrew tradition stresses moral accountability, whereas Sumerian beliefs center on maintaining cosmic harmony. Speculating further, scholars suggest that the Sumerian flood myth may have influenced later traditions, including those recorded in the Bible. Archaeological evidence points to possible historical floods in Mesopotamia during Sumerian times, lending credibility to these ancient accounts. Whether inspired by real events or purely mythical, the enduring appeal of these stories lies in their exploration of universal themes: creation, destruction, redemption, and the eternal struggle between chaos and order. With this fascinating comparison in mind, let us now uncover additional environmental evidence suggesting the scientific basis behind these legendary floods. Building on the intriguing connection between myth and reality, let us now delve into the scientific evidence that suggests real floods may have inspired these ancient tales. Archaeological research has uncovered compelling data pointing to significant flooding events in Mesopotamia during Sumerian times, offering a fascinating bridge between legend and history. One of the most notable discoveries comes from excavations at the city of where archaeologists unearthed a thick layer of silt deposits dating back approximately 4,000 years. This sediment is believed to be remnants of a massive flood that submerged the region, aligning closely with the timeline of Sumerian civilization. Similar findings have been made at other sites across Mesopotamia, indicating that such catastrophic events were not isolated incidents but rather recurring phenomena shaped by the region's geography and climate. Modern geologists further support this theory by analyzing the Tigris and Euphrates rivers' behavior. These waterways, which provided life-sustaining resources for early civilizations, also had the potential to unleash devastating floods due to their unpredictable nature. Seasonal rains combined with melting snow from nearby mountains could cause rapid rises in river levels, overwhelming ancient settlements ill-equipped to handle such forces. Such occurrences would leave an indelible mark on the collective memory of those who survived them, likely inspiring the grandiose depictions we find in mythology. Moreover, recent studies using advanced technology like satellite imaging and core sampling have revealed patterns of ancient watercourses that no longer exist today. These vanished river systems suggest a much wetter environment in antiquity compared to modern-day Iraq, reinforcing the likelihood of large-scale flooding. By piecing together these clues, scientists paint a vivid picture of a world where natural disasters played a central role in shaping human experience. This intersection of science and mythology deepens our understanding of how past cultures interpreted and preserved knowledge of extraordinary events. It highlights the resilience of storytelling as a means to convey truths beyond mere facts, blending empirical observation with imaginative narrative. As we reflect on these insights, it becomes clear that the myths of old are not merely fanciful tales but echoes of real-world experiences passed down through generations. With this newfound perspective, we turn next to another remarkable aspect of Sumerian belief: the nurturing power of Mother Earth herself. Let us now turn our attention to Ninhursag, the revered Earth Mother Goddess whose influence extended far beyond the fertile plains of Mesopotamia. As a central figure in Sumerian mythology, Ninhursag embodied the life-giving forces of nature, symbolizing growth, abundance, and renewal. Her name, which translates to Lady of the Mountain, reflects her connection not only to the land but also to the sacred spaces where humanity and divinity intertwined. Ninhursag's nurturing qualities were celebrated through rituals that honored her role as the source of all creation. She was believed to be responsible for the fertility of both humans and crops, making her an indispensable deity in agricultural societies dependent on bountiful harvests. In temples dedicated to her worship, priests and priestesses performed ceremonies involving offerings of grain, fruit, and flowers, symbols of prosperity brought forth by her divine touch. These fertility rites often included communal gatherings where participants sought blessings for their families, livestock, and fields, reinforcing social bonds while acknowledging Ninhursag's power over life itself. Beyond her local significance, Ninhursag's legacy spread across regions influenced by Sumerian culture. Evidence of her veneration has been found in artifacts from neighboring areas, suggesting her appeal transcended geographical boundaries. Stories tell of how she healed barren lands with her tears and restored balance to ecosystems disrupted by natural disasters. One particularly famous myth recounts her creation of 8 healing plants to cure Enki after he fell ill, showcasing her wisdom and compassion alongside her creative abilities. Her presence in art further underscores her importance, with depictions showing her adorned with symbols representing mountains, rivers, and vegetation. These visual representations highlight her dual role as both protector and provider, reminding us of the profound respect ancient peoples held for the environment they relied upon. By honoring Ninhursag, they acknowledge the interconnectedness of human existence with the natural world, a lesson that resonates deeply even today. As we explore these ancient traditions, we gain insight into the timeless values of gratitude, stewardship, and reverence for life in all its forms. With this understanding, let us move forward to discover yet another fascinating aspect of Sumerian belief, the wise beings known as the 7 sages. Shifting our focus now to the enigmatic figures known as the 7 sages, or Apkallu, we uncover another layer of Sumerian wisdom and mythology. These wise beings were believed to be emissaries of Enki, tasked with bringing knowledge and civilization to humanity. According to legend, they emerged from the primordial waters of Anzu, embodying both divine guidance and ancient secrets of the cosmos. In art and literature, the Apkallu are often depicted as part human, part fish hybrids, symbolizing their origins in the watery depths. These fish-like features reflect their connection to Enki, god of wisdom and freshwater, reinforcing their role as conduits of his teachings. Some depictions also portray them as winged figures, emphasizing their celestial authority and spiritual elevation above mortal concerns. These visual representations not only highlight their otherworldly nature, but also underscore their importance as intermediaries between gods and humans. The Apkallu's primary mission was to impart practical skills and moral principles necessary for establishing a civilized society. They taught agriculture, architecture, medicine, and law, equipping early communities with tools for survival and prosperity. Beyond technical knowledge, they emphasized ethical conduct and respect for natural order, instilling values that would guide generations to come. Their teachings laid the foundation for many aspects of Sumerian culture, influencing everything from governance to religious practices. Their legacy endures in later Mesopotamian traditions, where they continued to appear as protectors against evil forces and sources of divine inspiration. In times of crisis, people turned to rituals invoking the Apkallu, believing their intervention could restore balance and harmony. Even centuries after their initial appearance, these sage-like figures remained revered symbols of wisdom and resilience, reminding humanity of its debt to the gods who shaped its destiny. By exploring the stories and symbolism surrounding the Apkallu, we gain deeper insight into how Sumerians viewed the relationship between divinity and human progress. As we delve further into this rich tapestry of mythology, let us now examine another intriguing figure, Utu, the god of justice, whose influence permeated every aspect of Sumerian life. Turning our attention now to Utu, also known as Shamash in later periods, we encounter one of the most revered deities in Sumerian mythology, the god of justice, law, and morality. Utu was more than just a celestial figure. He was a guiding force in the lives of ordinary people, shaping their decisions, influencing legal systems, and embodying fairness and righteousness. Let us explore how his principles permeated every aspect of Sumerian society. Utu's role as the sun god made him a natural symbol of clarity and truth. Just as the sun illuminated the world, Utu shed light on hidden matters, revealing injustices and holding wrongdoers accountable. His daily journey across the sky was seen as an act of judgment, where he observed human actions and ensured that justice prevailed. This connection between sunlight and moral integrity reinforced the importance of honesty and transparency in daily life. In practical terms, Utu's influence extended deeply into the legal framework of ancient Mesopotamia. Judges often invoked his name when presiding over court cases, seeking his guidance to ensure fair rulings. The idea of divine oversight discouraged corruption and encouraged adherence to established laws. Even kings and rulers were not exempt from Utu's scrutiny, reminding them of their responsibility to uphold justice for all citizens. Beyond formal legal systems, Utu's teachings emphasized personal ethics and social responsibility. He promoted values such as compassion, equality, and respect for others, which were integral to maintaining harmony within communities. These principles resonated with individuals at every level of society, encouraging them to make choices aligned with virtue rather than self-interest. Interestingly, Utu's legacy survived long after the decline of Sumerian civilization, inspiring subsequent legal codes like Hammurabi's Code. While these later texts codified laws in greater detail, they retained the fundamental ideals first championed by Utu, principles rooted in fairness, accountability, and the pursuit of justice. As we reflect on Utu's enduring impact, it becomes clear that his role transcended mere mythology. Through his example, the Sumerians cultivated a culture built on trust, order, and ethical behavior, a foundation that continues to resonate through history. Building on the legacy of Utu's principles, we now turn to their profound influence on later legal systems, particularly Hammurabi's Code. This Babylonian law code, one of history's most famous legal documents, draws heavily from the foundational ideals championed by Utu centuries earlier. Both systems emphasize fairness, accountability, and justice as cornerstones of society, creating a remarkable continuity in legal philosophy. Hammurabi's Code, inscribed around 1700 years after Utu's worship began, reflects many of the same values. For instance, its emphasis on impartiality mirrors Utu's role as an overseer who ensures that all individuals, rich or poor, powerful or weak, are treated equally under the law. The code also incorporates retributive justice, where punishments fit the crime, echoing Utu's teachings about proportionality and moral responsibility. These parallels suggest that the Sumerian understanding of justice persisted through generations, shaping how laws were conceived and enforced. Moreover, Hammurabi's Code explicitly invokes divine authority, much like the Sumerians did with Utu. By framing laws as decrees sanctioned by gods, these systems reinforced the idea that justice was not merely human-made but divinely ordained. This approach added weight to legal decisions and discouraged corruption, aligning closely with Utu's role as a celestial arbiter. Beyond Hammurabi's Code, Utu's influence can be seen in other Mesopotamian legal traditions. The Akkadian and Assyrian codes, though more detailed, retained similar core principles: transparency, equity, and the pursuit of truth. These documents reveal a consistent thread of ethical governance rooted in ancient Sumerian beliefs, proving that Utu's ideals endured long after his worship faded. This connection between past and present highlights the timeless nature of Utu's contributions. His vision of justice transcended cultural boundaries, influencing legal systems far beyond Mesopotamia. As we explore this fascinating link, it becomes evident that the seeds planted by Sumerian mythology continue to bear fruit in modern legal frameworks, reminding us of humanity's shared quest for fairness and integrity. With this foundation laid, let us now delve into another intriguing aspect of Sumerian mysticism: the practice of magic and sorcery. Turning our attention to the mystical world of Sumerian magic and sorcery, we uncover a realm where spirituality and practicality intertwined seamlessly. Magic in ancient Sumer was not merely a set of superstitions but an integral part of daily life, deeply embedded in their culture and worldview. The Sumerians believed that supernatural forces govern the universe, and through rituals, incantations, and ceremonies, they sought to harness these powers for protection, healing, and prosperity. One fascinating aspect of Sumerian magical practices is their use of incantation tablets. These clay tablets, inscribed with cuneiform script, served as powerful tools to invoke divine assistance or ward off evil spirits. A common example is the series known as the exorcism texts, which detailed specific spells and rituals designed to banish malevolent entities. For instance, one incantation might call upon the god Enki, master of wisdom and magic, to intervene on behalf of an afflicted individual. Another could involve invoking the protective spirit of a household deity to safeguard against disease or misfortune. Rituals played a central role in Sumerian magic, often performed by specialized priests or exorcists trained in the arcane arts. These ceremonies typically included offerings, purification rites, and symbolic gestures meant to appease the gods or neutralize harmful energies. One notable ritual involved creating small figurines representing the targeted evil spirit, which were then destroyed as part of the cleansing process. Such acts symbolized the removal of the threat and reinforced the belief that humans could actively shape their destinies with divine guidance. Moreover, the Sumerians developed elaborate systems for interpreting omens and signs, believing that everything from dreams to natural phenomena held hidden messages from the gods. This practice extended into magical contexts where practitioners used divination techniques to predict outcomes or diagnose spiritual ailments. For example, examining the liver of a sacrificed animal was thought to reveal insights into future events or the presence of evil influences. The prevalence of magic in Sumerian society underscores its importance as both a practical tool and a source of comfort during uncertain times. It offered people a way to confront the unknown and assert control over their lives, even if only symbolically. As we explore these enchanting traditions, it becomes clear that the Sumerians viewed magic not as something separate from reality, but as an essential component of it, a bridge between the human and the divine. Let us now journey further into their beliefs about the afterlife, uncovering how these ideas influenced their understanding of existence beyond death. Secrets 29:30. Afterlife beliefs conclude the secrets section by exploring Sumerian views on death and the afterlife, contrasting them with neighboring cultures and reflecting on their impact on future religions. Shifting our focus to the profound realm of Sumerian afterlife beliefs, we uncover a worldview that reveals much about how they perceived existence beyond mortality. For the Sumerians, death was not an end but rather a transition into another form of being. Their concept of the afterlife centered around the underworld, ruled by the goddess Ereshkigal, who presided over the spirits of the deceased. This shadowy realm, often depicted as a dark and dreary place, was seen as a continuation of earthly life, albeit in a diminished state. The dead were believed to exist there as ghosts or shades, subsisting on offerings from the living and memories left behind. One intriguing aspect of Sumerian afterlife beliefs is the idea that one's fate in the underworld depended largely on the rituals performed by family members after death. Proper burial ceremonies, regular offerings, and remembrance were crucial to ensuring a more comfortable existence for the departed soul. Those neglected by their kin faced a grim eternity, underscoring the importance of familial duty and community ties even in death. Contrasting these beliefs with those of neighboring cultures highlights both similarities and stark differences. While the Egyptians envisioned a vibrant afterlife filled with rewards for the virtuous, the Sumerians painted a more somber picture. Yet, like many ancient societies, they too associated moral conduct with posthumous outcomes, albeit less explicitly. This connection between earthly actions and eternal consequences laid the groundwork for later religious philosophies. The influence of Sumerian afterlife concepts can be seen in subsequent belief systems across Mesopotamia and beyond. Elements such as judgment, divine intervention, and the role of offerings resonate in later traditions, including Zoroastrianism and early Jewish thought. By examining these parallels, we gain insight into how ancient ideas shaped modern understandings of life, death, and what lies beyond. As we reflect on these revelations, it becomes evident that Sumerian afterlife beliefs were more than mere superstition. They were foundational to their culture and legacy. These notions not only guided individual lives but also contributed significantly to humanity's evolving spiritual landscape. With this final secret uncovered, let us now consider how such ancient wisdom continues to inspire and challenge us today. In summary, the secrets we've uncovered today reveal just how deeply Sumerian mythology has shaped our understanding of human civilization. From the invention of writing to the intricate belief systems surrounding gods, goddesses, and the afterlife, these ancient stories offer a window into a world that was both complex and profoundly influential. The Sumerians didn't merely record history, they crafted narratives that bridged the gap between humanity and divinity, setting the stage for countless cultural and religious traditions that followed. Each secret we explored highlighted not only their extraordinary achievements but also their universal concerns: creation, justice, morality, and the mysteries of life and death. Whether it was the Tablet of Destinies symbolizing power and fate or the sacred marriage rites connecting gods and mortals, every element of Sumerian mythology reflects a society deeply engaged with questions that continue to resonate today. Their innovations in astrology, architecture, and legal philosophy demonstrate how their worldview extended far beyond myth into practical applications that influenced generations. As we reflect on the profound impact of Sumerian beliefs, it becomes clear that their legacy lives on, not just in historical texts but in the very foundations of modern culture. These ancient tales remind us that even thousands of years later, the search for meaning remains timeless. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden gems of Sumerian mythology, there's so much more to discover. Dive deeper into the mysteries of ancient civilizations by subscribing to our channel. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with new videos exploring history's most fascinating secrets. And don't forget to like this video if you found it intriguing. Your support helps us bring you even more captivating content. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time.